It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show. I'm Bob Reckenwall. This is David.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. I'm going to have to come up with a nickname for you because David just don't work.
What? That's my name.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm notorious for giving out a nickname, so you'll end up with one before long.
Awesomeness.
Probably not.
Okay.
Not terms of endearment, a nickname.
I don't know. I'm not good at nicknames.
Don't worry.
I just don't have
Leave it to me. We'll get it.
All right.
Yeah. How are you this morning?
Very good. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. It's Friday.
Filling in for Scooter while he's down at the state wrestling tournament.
Yes, sir.
Boys and the girls this weekend. That's going to be exciting for them.
Mm-hmm. Good luck to them.
Hopefully everything comes out for the best.
Oh, I think it will. We've got some great wrestlers.
Got some good kids, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
They know how to do their job. They just need not to suck.
Well, I'm not sure how to put it that way, but okay.
I'm just playing. They'll be fine.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
They've worked really hard to get to this point, so.
You know, they had an amazing regional tournament. They entered 13, and all 13 qualified to go to state, which is the first time they've done it that way this year. The girls' side, we entered 13 and are bringing 10. So
yeah. That's
impressive.
Awesome. Yeah.
And it's not that those three got beat. We had a couple openings. We had a girl out injured. We just have an open slot as well.
Okay.
Same thing on the boys' side. There's 14 actual spots that you can attempt to win, and we just have one spot that's open. Been that way all year. So
sure.
You automatically give up a bunch of points when you have that. So
yeah.
But it'll be fun. Weather's a little bit different today. It's a little brisk.
I tell you, I was totally wrong yesterday. It said it was going to be sunny. And I just read this off the computer screen. I'm not a weatherman. Scooter called me on the way to Little Rock, and he says, "It's raining. You said it was going to be sunny." I said, what you need to do is contact theweather.com.
There you go. Weather Channel.
Yeah.
Complain to whoever's in charge of the Weather Channel.
Right.
One thing about Arkansas, if you don't like the weather, hang around for 12 hours, it's going to change.
It's going to. I mean, not even 12, sometimes 6.
Yeah.
You know, last night we went to Cannon's first baseball practice.
Okay.
And it was sleeting on us.
Really?
Yeah, over there at the fields.
2 seasons ago, opening night at the softball fields for the high school. Mm-hmm. It was blowing so hard, and the snow was blowing this way across the field. It's unbelievable. But it wasn't very, very cold. I mean, It was chilly, but it was probably as cold as it is today, 31.
Yeah.
You know, if you're out there in shorts and trying to play softball, it'd probably be really cold.
I don't know how some of them do that. Some will be out there in shorts.
They had an assistant coach that I've never seen him in a pair of pants.
Right? I guess they're just warm-blooded to the core. I don't know.
Just a tad bit crazy.
Yes, most definitely.
Just a tad bit on the crazy side.
Yeah.
Time for the morning prayer, brought to you by Roller Funeral Home every morning. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect, it's not just their motto, it's the way they do business.
Yes, sir.
29 locations to serve you, one in Memphis, Tennessee. With all our respect, Renata Jenkins-Byler and her staff all across the state of Arkansas do a wonderful job in your time of need, your time of sorrow. Give them a call at 870-425-2161 is their number. They'll be glad to help you through whatever you're going through. And now the morning prayer. Father God, we just thank you for the day that you've given us. Lord, it's a little chillier than what we anticipated, but you know what's best for us. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to bless us and keep us, be with us throughout the day. Lord, we, as always, pray for our student athletes and our student clubs that are traveling around the state today for one reason or another. We've got a lot of students and school buses that will be on the road throughout the day, not just in Mountain Home, but Norfolk, Cotter, Flippin, Yellville, and all the surrounding areas. Lord, there's just a lot of things going on to keep those young minds busy and their bodies active. And Lord, as always, we pray for the doctors, the first responders, the police and the fire, and everyone that works in the school districts that's throughout. Lord, we just pray that you'll continue to be with us. Give us the knowledge to know what to do when things get a little bit sketchy. And it's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, with all our respect. Highway 5 North, just past Hospital Drive. Look for the big American flag. Turn to your right. Go in there and see them about pre-planning, mausoleums, funeral services, cemetery plots, and such. Roller Funeral Home. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We've got a quick word from Bob and Linda Zdora of the Z Team.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey,
Hey,
what
wait.
are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z team.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This portion of the morning show is brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team. Century
Yes, sir.
21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their phone number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. Go there, click on live views, and this is what you get to see.
Boom.
Great shot from Marion County, Arkansas, back into Baxter County, Arkansas. That's the city of Cotter. The river is full from side to side.
Yes, it is. Look at it. They still generating 5?
They're actually doing more. We'll talk about that in a minute when
All
we get
right.
to the weather. What you're looking at there is the city of Cotter, the baseball field, Railroad Museum, Contractors Trust is off to the right. Over to your left, you can't see it. David, you can click to that other view. We might be able to catch the there we go.
Yeah.
Catching the Rainbow Bridge there. The water is just really sailing underneath there. Got a train going across the old trellis tracks there. It's just a beautiful sight. Brought to you each morning by Bob and Linda Zdora of the Z Team. You can also go there and click on MLS listings, and you can see what's available in our area. If you see something that you like, you better give them a call at 870-405-0793 because it may not be there by the time you get them to answer the phone.
That's right.
Not that they'll be long getting to answer the phone because houses don't last long,
No.
especially good ones. Look at that river moving.
Look at it flow. That is such a beautiful shot.
That's the Great White River. You're not going to see very many boats when it's moving that fast.
Yesterday, it was 3 on the water.
Really?
Yep. Yep. One coming down past the bridge, and then it shifted over to the right where that little island is, and there was 2 boats sitting there. Yeah.
Probably catching the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at some temperatures. Temperatures around the area, it's Mountain Home is 27, Harrison is 25, Batesville is 38. Pretty good difference between Harrison and Batesville.
Mm-hmm.
Yellville is 28, Marshall 36, Salem is 25, Mountain View 36, Calico Rock 27, West Plains, Missouri is 25, Springfield, Missouri is 22, Poplar Bluff, Missouri is 31, and St. Louis, Missouri is 23. Take a look at the radar. We'll pan this out a bit. Scoot her over, slide her down, make her just right so you can get the logo up.
Every day.
There we go. And let the radar catch up with us here. Got some rain going across the central portion of Arkansas into Tennessee. Nashville's getting hit pretty good. Looks like it's going to be that way all day. But look at this little bit of stuff up here in Iowa flashing in and out there. That wouldn't be rain. That'd be a little bit of snow going on.
Yes, sir.
Talked to my friend up in Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada yesterday, and he said, "What's your weather like?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know. It's like 55 right now." And he said, "Well, it's minus 40 here."
Oh, I couldn't do it.
It's minus 35, and then it's minus 40 with the wind chill.
No, thank you. Nope.
So that's the Alberta Clipper that started headed this way on Monday, and it's just taking this time coming across the country, and it's just unbelievable. Minus 40 degrees is very cold.
Yeah.
I've been there in minus 40, matter of fact, and that was before the wind chill.
That's horrible.
I liked it. As long as I was in the truck and it was running, I really liked it. From Rogers to Jonesboro, looks like the Jonesboro side of that is getting some heavy rain. We'll have some heavy rain going through there today over to Blytheville into Dyersburg, Tennessee. Fort Smith, Conway's getting some rain with that belt that's going through there. Little Rock's getting some rain right now. Hot Springs and Benton is also a little bit wet. Texarkana, looks like the rain's going to come through there, be done probably before 10 this morning. Pine Bluff will be getting some rain throughout the day, probably till 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Let's take a look at the forecast. Watches and warnings. Let's see what we got here. High wind warning or high wind watch over in the panhandle of Texas, part of New Mexico. And looks like it's just pretty windy.
Yeah, it's not bad.
This good old stuff up here is a wind chill warning here. Winter storm warning. Had a blizzard up in this Minnesota area the other day. They said it was pretty wild. A friend of mine lives up in part of Minnesota, probably midsection. Said the snow was just, you couldn't see 6 feet in front of you.
Right, I can believe it.
Just unbelievable. Dense fog advisory down along the Gulf Coast. 7-day forecast looks like this. Increasing clouds today, high of 46. Tonight, slight chance of rain, low of 39. Tomorrow, high of 54, mostly cloudy. Mostly cloudy with a slight chance of rain tomorrow night, low of 44. Sunday, chance of showers is 40%, high of 66 degrees. Chance of showers and breezy, then showers and windy. Sunday night, low of 55. High Monday, sunny and windy, high of 69 degrees. Monday night, low of 39, and high on Tuesday is 62. And it's supposed to be sunny.
Disclaimer, please, Bob. Yesterday I got phone calls because I was wrong.
Yeah. You got to throw that supposed to be in
Supposed to be.
Wednesday is supposed to be high near 70, and Thursday is going to be high near 63. So, lake level and dam reports. Lake Norfolk 554.42, which is 2.42 above full pool of 552. They're currently generating 2. Lake Bull Shoal 659.95, which is 0.95 above their full pool 659. They're currently generating 6. They're doing everything they can to keep it right at full pool and nothing more.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That's the lake level dam reports. A little bit of weather reading.
Yes.
Yeah, because we didn't make it up, that's for sure.
No, we were not the ones doing that.
Brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zdora, the Century 21 LeMac Realty, 870-405-0793, their phone number. RetiredArkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friend. I always say they're busy, but never too busy to help you. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Community news and happenings.
Yes, sir. What's going on in the street?
They had the soup.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Soup dinner last night. I think it went pretty well. I saw some Facebook clips on it last night. I think it was really good.
Good.
All that money goes to the food bank of North Central Arkansas, and I think that's a good thing.
Very worthy cause, for sure.
The Mountain Home French Club will be taking a trip to French-speaking Quebec, Canada. That'll be happening in the summer of 24. They're trying to raise some funds, so they're going to have a chili supper at the Mountain Home Cafeteria at the high school on March the 7th from 4 to 6. It's $5 for a bowl of chili in a to-go container. Condiments and dessert are also provided. You can order by contacting Christy Lawrence at clawrence@mhbombers.com or purchase a ticket from a French Club student. But please make your checks payable to MHHS French Club, and they'll be headed to Quebec.
Good.
Quebec French is a little bit different than France French.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Canadian French is just a little bit different.
They put a little twang on
A
it.
little bit of twist to it.
Yeah.
And the Cajuns in South Louisiana speak a version of Quebec French,
Okay.
and it's different as well. So these kids ought to take a trip to South Louisiana. They
Right.
can hear some really,
Did we?
really different French.
And then take that over to France and then just look at them.
And go, what are you doing?
What?
Well, wait a minute.
Right.
Let me get my babble out and see what you're trying to say. As far as community news goes, looks like we've got a school board race running, starting to stir up for position 6 on the Mountain Home School Board. Stuart Rogers announced yesterday that he'll be running for that position. Also announcing is Scott Bryant. He is also another candidate for this position. The filing period for the May 9th election closes next Wednesday, March 1st. You've got to gather up some names that say that you're a good, upstanding citizen before you can get on the ballot. But that is a very important race. We're losing one school board member at this pass, and we've got a lot of things coming up. So
Yeah.
we talked a little bit earlier about the Mountain Home Wrestling teams going to the Jack Stevens Center at Little Rock on the campus of UALR. They'll be competing today, starting in about 45 minutes, and that's going to be a long day because I think the last match is slated for 8 o'clock tonight. Mountain Home Basketball, the Mountain Home Bombers will be taking a trip over to Alma with the girls. Both teams will be headed over there to play. The Mountain Home Softball team will be host for a benefit game to Fayetteville. We've got Coach Hendricks here this morning with us where he will talk about his season coming up. The Mountain Home soccer team, the boys soccer team, won their benefit game last night against Nettleton. That's exciting for them.
Good.
The Cotter girls fell in their regional tournament, so they are out. But Yellville Summit Lady Panthers are still going. They will play tonight. I believe they play Hector tonight.
Okay.
So Norfolk girls won in their first round of their regional tournament as well. And the ASU Mountain Home Trailblazers baseball team went to Lions and won a couple of games down there. So that's exciting.
Good for them.
That's community news and happenings. We're going to be back with This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora in just a moment.
Think about Hospice of the Ozarks. It's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. How's Mr. Z?
Good. I'm a little older. Thank everybody who sent me birthday wishes over the weekend.
Did you?
Yes, he did.
Oh, my golly.
I'm somebody.
Yes,
He did.
Okay.
Before
the way
you-
he asked that, I don't know if he was trying to put me under the bus first, but no.
And I'm sure I beat you to the punch.
You probably did.
But it's not a contest. Yeah.
Yeah, I was already proven wrong once this week. I don't want to be proven wrong twice. That's bad enough. Yeah. So how many years young are we?
72.
72.
Yes.
Well, congratulations. Did you do anything exciting?
We went for dinner on Saturday night, and because we just couldn't get the logistics of going on Sunday, so and then Sunday morning we went to breakfast with Jason. It was good.
Yeah,
It was good.
Yeah. 72. I'm not sure I'll make it that far.
You'll make it.
I didn't think I'd make it this far. What do you
Yeah,
think?
really.
You're only 42.
If I knew I'd live this long, I would have taken a little
Oh, yeah,
better care of
oh,
myself
yeah.
earlier.
Now, speaking of which, he has a birthday coming up.
Ah, good.
Yep, that went. And moving on.
Yeah. On the 28th, I think?
Nope,
24th.
24th.
24th. Okay.
24th.
Yeah, it'll be 48.
February's a big month.
Huh?
You'll be 48?
49.
49.
See, you were being, see, he was trying to help you out. He's trying to be generous to
I
you.
know. I'm almost hitting that 50 mark.
Yeah, that's how that goes. That's next. Yeah, that's
My
almost.
question, I guess, I can
And where'd
ask
you graduate from? The 1 and 1 is 2. 48 plus 1 is 49.
My question for you here
Uh-oh.
is this, because at your age you may be able to answer. When you
Oh, this has got to be for you, Bob.
Yes, this is for Zdora. So once you get over the hill, do you tend to speed up?
I don't know where the hill, top of the hill is. So time goes by quicker.
I can answer some of that.
Because you live a little, you're used to living things, and there aren't as many new things that make you stop.
I can
The
see
days seem to be quicker.
Yeah.
the days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
They do seem to be a little bit quicker. You know, it took me all year, last year, for my wife to convince me that I was a year older than what I really was, what I had been celebrating all year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's what happened to me when I found out I was about to turn 49. I'm like, no, I'm not. Yeah, you are. So she won.
Yeah, because somehow I'm 63, and I thought all along I was going to turn 62 in December. It's a wild time. Yeah.
It was. And of those 72 years, 52 of them have been with my honey. So that's a major accomplishment
awesome.
in itself, obviously,
It is
as
that.
well. But it's
You don't hear that very much anymore.
no.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Best thing that ever happened to me. That's what got me to 72. I can say
vouch
that
for
without
Yep, I've
without
got
any
that
doubt.
same
She's-
issue. Scooter was saying earlier he thinks he's been married 23.
He thinks he's been.
24.
He'll find out if she watches this. He'll find out pretty quick.
Yeah.
The phone should have blown up already.
And I'll be celebrating my 43rd.
Oh, that's a good run.
In
And
March.
20. I mean, that's 20's a long time now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seeing if
43rd.
my wife
Wow.
has commented
The
yet.
difference
No.
is people took it serious when we were
Sure,
married. you
sure.
know. I told my wife, I said, divorce is not an option. You're from a divorced family. I'm a divorced family.
Oh.
Murder, yes, but divorce, no.
There you go. There you go.
It's to death do us part, one way or another.
One way or the other.
Yeah,
Pick your poison.
absolutely. Let's talk about some real estate stuff.
Yeah.
Been busy?
Yes. Been out on a bunch of listings. Linda's getting some stuff together, getting ready to come on board. Nice place up in Missouri. Nice place down towards the Buffalo, off of 14 down there. So the market's still moving forward. It's slowed some. I mean, I'm saying it's moving. It's not moving at the pace, the breakneck pace that we were at 2 years ago, even a year ago. You know, for the first quarter, it was still busy. For the second quarter, it started to slow down. That was when the rates started to jump. And people were like, whoa, wait a minute. So because of that, it's starting to come back up. I was talking to, you mentioned Chris Nasario in one of the breaks, and he was at a meeting that he spoke at, and I was there, and he was looking at, he gives great statistics. Great. He's got every week since the time they started on the wall. And he says, we're kind of heading more into like where we were in 19. Well, that wasn't bad. 19's numbers were good. So if we can get back to that, I think we'll see the realtor herd get culled a little bit. I think people who don't have a book of business, people who aren't out there, who people don't know, they may have a harder time. But from some of that, I mean, we came on just before the crash in 08. We were on in 05, 06, and so we didn't ride the whole wave up. But it was a good time for us to come on because you learned a lot because you were busy. And now, then when the market crashed, we were ready for that because we had clients. We had people that knew who we were, and so that helped a great deal. But I think that there's a lot of realtors, and you want to make sure that you have somebody who knows what they're doing, because it's not fun doing our job and doing their job. And that happens sometimes, where they just don't They don't know. They went to watch 3 episodes of HGTV, took the test online, and that's the other part of the deal. Taking a test online, you're missing that classroom atmosphere. You're missing being able to ask the questions. You're missing, the question that guy asked. That you go, God, I didn't even think about that. And that makes a big difference in the learning. And I think that the more we could get back to a classroom setting, although it's getting farther and farther away because of what we turned into with Zoom and stuff. And they're just, now you go online, you read the material, you take the test, you get a license. And
you take test online, or you have to go to Little Rock still?
You got to, Springdale.
Springdale.
And you take it there. And even that has changed the way they do it and stuff, so it's okay. We'll be okay.
We talked a little bit last week. We didn't get into it a whole lot, but the relationship between a realtor and for sale by owner.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way for those two to work together?
Sure. Oh, sure. And we've represented buyers with for sale by owners, and for some of the for sale by owners. In fact, there was a flyer in the office the other day. Someone had come around, and he's a for sale by owner, but he'll pay a commission if you bring a buyer.
Mm-hmm.
So that works out, to motivate people to want to do that. If he can sell on his own, sell on his own. If we bring someone, or any of the realtors bring somebody, they'll be paid for that effort of bringing him the buyer. That's probably the best way for them to do it. Some of them are just like flat cantankerous, Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You call the number and then say, look, I get somebody asked me about your house. You a realtor? I don't even darken my door. It's like, okay, dude. I hope you enjoyed your life. There's nothing you can say, nothing you can
because
do,
some people don't want to deal with for sale by owner.
Oh, no.
They want to have somebody representing them.
Sure. Smart people want to make sure they have somebody representing them, because it's not like it was 10, 20, 30 years ago when some of these people last bought a home. It's not their fault. That's not what they do. They were busy living their life. But in the meantime, the real estate law and practice has changed. Mm-hmm. So you want to make sure that you've got somebody who knows what's going on and can represent you. Make sure that your interests are protected, that you get everything that's supposed to be getting done is getting done. Sellers can tell you anything, and if you're going to get tied up in big litigation with them for years and nothing's really going to happen at the end of the day, and in the meantime, you've wasted all that time, money, and effort. You didn't get to live where you wanted to live. You want to avoid all that. If you're going to come here, then you want to make sure that it goes smoothly. You want it to be a good experience. You don't want to always have that bitter taste in the back of your mouth about that real estate transaction. Because you do, and that's just
if I only
nature.
knew.
Yeah.
You don't want to play that. If I'd only knew.
Sure. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah. What's the numbers look like?
This week in real estate, there were. There we go. Oh, it's got to open the whole thing? Okay. This week in real estate, there were 41 new listings came on the market, 15 parcels of land, 26 homes came on the market. They range in price from $609,000 to $60,000. 3 of those are taken back up. So, like I said, we're still moving right along. There was 1 commercial property sold, 4 parcels of land sold, 16 homes sold. They range in price from $70,000 to $575,000. Average sale price this week was $209,000. 7 of those 16 sold for less than asking. So we're seeing some adjustments, and I think that we'll continue to see that.
A little bit of negotiation.
A little more negotiation than it was, this is what I want, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Line up, and I'll take backups. Exactly. Well, 8 properties expired, 18 at price changes. There's still 69 pending, waiting to close, so that actually went up 1. Currently, there's 219 homes that are listed on the MLS, so we're up 3 from last week. Year to date, for 2023, there's been 93 homes have sold for $18.2 million. The average sale price this year is $196,000 with 90 days on market. Last year, there had been 148 homes that sold for $34 million. Now, there's 55 more homes sold last year, but those all sold in that first, 2 weeks. It was just crushed. When I look at the week-to-week things, they're starting to drift off a little bit. So that number is big, but it's not going to last. The average sale price last year was $231. So $231 this year, we're at $196, and that's where we are year to date. And to give you a comparison of the two, so I think that we'll see interest rates probably end up in the mid fives. Will be a good number. You know, it may drop a quarter, go up a quarter. I don't think we'll get back, and barring something really bizarre happen, I don't think we'll get back up into the sevens. I think they kind of overshot, got a little too far over their skis with that, and the whole economy started to slow down. They went, oh, no, we better give this a little more thought here. So they did, and the rates have been dropping, and it's been good. I mean, people are coming, people are looking. There's people looking from all over. We had a couple that came down from drove down from Wisconsin to look at some land, you know, and people, it's funny, being in the people business and being in this business, what people think they can get and what they think of Arkansas, that you should be able to get, you know, 10 acres on the lake, you know, with the little cabin, or they're going to put an RV on it, and, you know, what do you mean you don't have that? Well, we explain the core. And then, we'll look someplace else for some land. So you start to find, they send you things of land, you know, for $29,000 for 30 acres. Well, you know that's on a big flat rock, and you know,
might have a cedar tree or two.
Oh yeah, you know, maybe. So you explain all that, and we spend a lot of time educating people on what they don't know. They don't understand. They think that electric is just there waiting for them. You know, no, you got to pay from that post that's down there someplace all the way to you. They give you a couple of feet free, but not a lot, and you got to pay to get that to you. That ground has got to perk. That you got to be able to get a well in there. Where you want your house to be may be the only spot with dirt on it on that whole 20-acre tract.
Right.
That's what we do. Linda put 136 miles on the car, you know, driving these people around and showing them for little lots, and then, you know, we'll get back to you. And that's probably not going to happen because they heard things, and that's the problem. You're telling them things that they don't want to hear. So it's your fault. But by the same token, I got to sleep at night, you know?
Right.
Could have said, oh, yeah, sure, we'll sell you that. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you should be able to get a septic in there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe they'll come and pump you out. Maybe they'll come and they'll pump you out. We'll put a tank in there, a holding tank, and they'll come and pump you out every week. People don't realize how much water you go through in a week. If you call Smitty's or Hog Wild or any of the septic places and ask them how many gallons on average gets pumped out of these tanks a week, and how much does it cost to get there?
Yep.
Very expensive. Yep. Very expensive. And they don't want to hear that. They've got their dream, and that's what they want. So they'll leave, and sometimes you're better to be the second or third guy they talk to, because they've heard it from somebody else already.
And now you're just giving validation.
Now you're showing, they're thinking, oh, okay, maybe I don't know everything. Maybe these realtors do know what they're talking about.
Yeah. How do they get you?
Call my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiretoarkansas.net. We have all the MLSs on our website, and the great cameras that you see every morning here on the weather. A bunch of other local information, retiretoarkansas.net, 870-405-0793.
And that really is their number, not mine.
That's right. It's good, though, because I go places and do you have any points? Oh, yeah, 870, and boom.
There you go. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back with Friday Morning Sports in just a minute.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiretoarkansas.net.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This morning with me is Coach Blake Hendricks, Mountain Home Lady Bombers softball team. It's Friday morning sports. How are you, sir?
Doing well. How about you?
Good. Been a long winter for you?
Yeah. Actually, this year's gone a lot quicker than last year went. It's just kind of jumped up on us. So it's been long, but it's gone by quick. So that's a good thing.
And you've had a good off season with your Lady Bomber softball team?
Yes, I believe we have. We I told you earlier, we started morning workouts, 6 a.m. workouts in about mid-October, and it's been pretty much every morning since then. The girls have come in, they hadn't complained a bit, they've worked hard, and then obviously every day after school when we practice, they're working hard and getting better, so it's been really good.
What time are you able to take the field? In what month can you get on the field and actually start throwing and hitting?
Well, if the weather cooperates, we could get out there November, December. We won't practice. I also coach football, so we won't practice anything after school until football season's over. I think we went into the second or third week in November this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we started softball after school last week in November. And then, there were some days in December where we were able to get out there because the weather was nice enough.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some days in January and February that we've been able to get out there, but, we had the week of ice. We weren't able to get out then. And then, Arkansas Springs, it's going to rain about 6 out of 7 days in a week sometimes. Right. So it's kind of tough then, but it's been good. We've been able to get out there more than previous years, so that's been good.
How about the indoor practice facility? Does the school get to use that?
We do. And it's been really nice to have. Before we had that, they just had some nets up in the top part of the gym where the wrestling stuff is now. And when you get in there and start hitting baseballs and softballs with aluminum bats, and they're trying to have basketball practice down on the bottom half, that's not a great combination of things.
Players start ducking when they hear
right.
that. Right.
So it's been nice to have the indoor over there, and then obviously to get out of the gym so wrestling can have a place to practice too. So having the indoor not only benefits us, I see it as benefiting more than just us, more teams than our teams.
Right. What do they have in that facility that you guys use the most?
Well, it's the old bowling alley, so right. There's I guess the top part of it, I don't know a better way to explain it. The top part of it is there's 3 batting cages, and then there is a little pitching area. So there's some nets and some portable pitching mounds, baseball pitching mounds. We have a little rollout mound to simulate our pitching circle. And then down on the bottom, it's just a big turf area, and you can go down there and do defensive stuff, base running, just anything like that. So pretty much work on the full game in there if you needed to.
And that's definitely a good addition to what the school has to offer, though it doesn't belong to the school, does it?
I think that it got donated to the school. I'm not 100% sure how all of that works or what the background is. Yeah, but I think that because Rob Finley and Brad Hasselwander kind of
put it all together,
whatever, and I think they donated it to the school district after they got it finished. But don't quote me on that.
Sure, no.
I don't know.
Nonetheless, it's utilized quite a bit, not only by the softball team, but the high school baseball team.
Yep.
Plus the youth league teams get to go in there and use it as well.
Yeah, they get to rent it out, or if you want to, I know some people give lessons, like pitching lessons or hitting lessons. You can go on the school website, mhbombers.com, and you can rent it out. I think you may have to pay a little bit to be able to do that, but yeah, it's pretty much anybody can use it as long as you sign up. And
it's awesome.
Yeah,
awesome thing to have. So how does your team look this year? How many girls do you have out?
We have 17. We only have 16 right now because we still got one in basketball. And it's a really, really good group of girls that we have. You know, we only lost 2 seniors from last year, Georgia Burnham and Caitlin Hill. And so we're going to return pretty much 6 to 7 girls that got a lot of playing time last year, which is always a good thing no matter what you're doing. So we're excited about it. You know, we got Emma Crabb coming back. She's kind of our ace pitcher. All-state last year. She did just a phenomenal job for us last year. She's coming back. Her twin sister. We got a good group of seniors. Emma Olivia, Mallory Drury, and Katie Camp. You know, they've played a lot of softball. Not just for Mountain Home in the summer. For their travel team. You know, those girls. They're just kind of ate up with it, and they're hungry to do something this year. So we got a really good group of girls. I'm really excited about it. Ready to get started.
Good core of seniors right there.
Good
you just
core,
mentioned Mallory Drury, Katie Camp, and the Crab girls. That's just good experience that you can count on.
Oh yeah.
And there's some leadership there.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I've definitely seen some of that pick up. You know, as juniors, you kind of defer to the older girls sometimes. And, you know, we had 2 really good leaders last year in Georgia and Caitlin. But this year you can tell that there's been a step up in leadership by all of them, not just 1 or 2. They've all kind of stepped up, and
as a team they're taking pride of their,
right,
of what they've got going on. With that said, how many 9th graders last year, and they're currently sophomores, that came to you? Were you able to migrate a bunch of the 9th grade team, or did only a few come?
Well, last year's 9th grade team only had 2 or 3 9th graders on it.
Okay.
Most of the junior high team, I should say, most of the junior high team last year was 8th graders.
Okay.
And so we did get 2. We have 2 sophomores. 2 of those 9th graders from last year moved up, Carly Drury and Asia McMasters, which she was a wrestler as well. But they're both on the team, and they could both help us in some area, you know. But it'll be good to have them as well.
So your core, you've got 4 seniors, 2 sophomores. So the balance of your team, the other 11's of juniors. A
lot of juniors, yeah. And they've played a lot of softball too.
I won't ask you to name them all.
A lot. I could pull it up on my phone if I needed to. A lot of them played a lot for us last year as sophomores. You know, they got a lot of playing time. They kind of got thrown into the fire pretty early, but they handled it well, and they can handle it because they're good. They're good ball players, and so they got a lot of experience last year. And once again, they play all summer too. I mean, pretty much everybody on our team plays softball all summer. Sometimes into the fall or winter months. I know the Crabs were playing tournaments in December, going up to some indoor place in Missouri and playing tournaments in December. But they've all played a lot of ball, and I think that we've developed some confidence in what we can do. And you know, when you have a confident team, it's a pretty good thing to have. So
well, and the confidence is well deserved because this team has been relatively good.
Yeah. You
know, and there's nothing but room to be better.
That's right.
And it's exciting that you've already got 3 of your 4 seniors signed to play softball at the next level.
It is. You know, they made decisions back in the fall to sign, and I think that's always a good thing when you play a spring sport and you want to go play college ball, or you might be getting looked at by some schools. If you're not signed before the season starts, you might be trying to press or do too much during the season to try to get another offer, or to try to impress somebody that but they got it knocked out in fall, so they can just kind of be free and go play. They're
Just
not having
play.
to think
Play
about.
their game
They're not
and
having
not-
to think about. Well, I need to impress this coach, or I need to do this or that or whatever. So that's really, really good. And I'm proud of all three of them. You know, Mallory's going to Williams Baptist, and then the Crabs are going to go to Three Rivers. And I think that those two schools are going to be lucky to have our girls on their team. So really, really proud of the girls.
Williams Baptist has been a good outlet for some of our senior girls to go play the next level.
It has been, yeah.
For a number of years. And Three Rivers has done the same, mostly for the boys' side.
Yeah.
But now they're starting to pick up on some of the girls, which
Yep.
is awesome. 7:45, we're going to take a quick break. Coach Blake Hendricks is with me this morning, and we'll be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Well, folks.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Friday morning sports. I'm talking with Blake Hendricks. He's the Lady Bomber softball coach. Got a game tonight, this afternoon.
Yeah, we play a benefit game against Fayetteville. We played them in benefit game for the last 3 or 4 years, so.
Just a single game, or is it a doubleheader?
Single varsity game. We're actually going to format it to where maybe we get some JV innings in at the end, but it'll be one single game. So
it'll be all right.
Yep.
Give everybody a chance to get some real playing time against somebody other than a teammate.
Somebody other than themselves. Yeah, we've been scrimmaging a lot, but they're ready to play somebody else.
Who's your backup pitcher this year?
We've got 2 juniors that will help us a little bit. Natalie Fleet, she can throw some innings for us.
She played quite a bit last year.
She pitched when Emma was out last year. And then Allison Payne, she really came on at the end of the year last year, and she has had a really good off season. She's been throwing good in the scrimmages we've had, so both of them will be able to help us if we need them to. So.
Are you at liberty to talk about your position players, or do you want to keep that a secret?
I mean,
who we got behind the plate?
Right now, we only have one catcher. It's Abby Green. We're gonna have some freshmen be available in case of emergency. But Abby Green, she's been handling the catching duties all off season. She does a good job. We'll have returners at I think I said we had 6 or 7 returners. Kylie Horn caught for us last year.
Right.
But she's going to be playing a new position this year.
Okay.
She had some knee problems, so she can't really get down and squat that well, or can't sit in a squat like what the catching position demands. So she switched over to first base. She's been playing some first base for us. Mallory and Brooklyn have been kind of those middle infielders for us all last year, and then going into the off season. So feeling good about that. And then when Natalie's not pitching, she's a really good infielder. So there could be any combination of those 4 on the infield. Katie Camp and Olivia Crabb are both returning outfielders. We already talked about them. They're both 2 really good seniors. And then that third outfield spot, it's kind of the unknown right now. There's probably 2 or 3 girls that could be in that spot. Honestly, I don't even know who's going to play there tonight. I'm going to think about it today and see how they hit before the game. And
you go.
And then we'll make a decision then. But really good. We've got a really good group. We're excited about it.
What in high school softball is a designated player?
The designated player, to me, and once again, this is only the second year I've been in softball, I just equate it to like a designated hitter in baseball. They're going to hit for somebody. They're going to hit for one of the people playing in the field that you don't want to hit. And they can be, that's pretty much how I look at it. I know there's some other roles. I don't want to get into all the bones about it and everything like that. And I may not even know them all. I'm going to take tonight and get back in the flow of the softball roles. I've been football brain for so long in the fall and winter. I got to get back into the softball flow of
Well,
things.
let's talk about that just for a minute. How, as a coach, does it make you feel to get into the second round of the playoffs 3 years in a row?
Football?
Yeah.
Great. I don't know. This is my 10th year in Mountain Home. And, we'd been to the playoffs before Coach Airy and this staff got here. But we hadn't won a playoff game. So the first year we did it, it's like, we did something new. The second year we did it, nobody really thought we could. Last year when we went to Sylvan Hills and we beat them. And then this year it was kind of the expectation, like when we get in, we're going to win a game.
Yes.
And that's kind of what Coach Airy's trying to do is get that confidence up and make it to where we're expected to go do that. And it's not a surprise when we do it anymore. And so it's really nice.
It is nice.
It's nice.
Been doing press box since 1995, and in that stretch of years, I don't think we've ever made it to the second round.
Right.
So other than the
2006,
2005, 2006, where we made it all the way to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, back to back to back, it's not been done.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the rest of your season. You've got a benefit game tonight with Fayetteville coming to town. That will start tonight at 4:30.
Yep.
That should be fun. Get out and get that scene. That'll be a good time.
Yeah.
But then you're on the road for quite a bit.
Yeah, we'll go to Springdale next Friday, play them. We didn't get to play them last year. Our game got canceled for whatever reason. I can't even remember why now. But we'll get to go to Springdale, not Springfield. Springdale, play them next Friday. And then the following Monday, the 6th, we got Batesville Southside. We'll play them. We go to Batesville Southside, play them in 3 games, varsity, junior high. They're really good. They have a junior high team, so it's nice to play them. We can get a junior high game. Then we'll go play a couple JV games at Valley Springs. Go to North Little Rock, play them on a Friday night. That'll be a pretty good matchup for us. You know, all those, well, there's 6A in softball, and there's 7A in football, 6A in all the other sports. All those 6A schools, it's good to play them. You know, they usually will have good numbers on their teams, and they'll usually have, just because they have so many people to pick from, so many girls to choose from, their player pool to pick from is bigger than ours, just because there's more kids at their school. But those games are always good competition, so that'll be good.
Then your conference season starts
and then
with
March
Springs.
March 14th, we go to Siloam. First 2 conference games. So, you know, when it starts, it's going to go quick, but it seems like it's going to be a long year, but it'll go quick when it gets
At some point along there, you start playing twice a week.
Right, yeah, we pretty much after spring break, after the week of the 17th and 18th, it'll be 2 games a week now. Later on in the year, there's some weeks where we'll only play 1, but it's a lot of 2 game a week weeks.
The Harrison tournament that you're playing in with your varsity team, that's during spring break or the beginning of spring break?
That is we'll play the Friday that we get out of school, so the 17th, that's the last day of school before spring break. And so we'll play that night, and then we'll play that next Saturday. And then they'll have the actual spring break off. We'll just play that weekend.
And then you've got a JV tournament
That
in
next
Flippin
weekend.
the next weekend.
Yep.
So it's fixing to get really, really busy.
Oh, yeah. It's exciting, though.
Lady Bombers playing the 5A West.
Mm-hmm.
In that conference will be Harrison and Greenbrier.
Harrison.
Bologna? No.
Harrison, Greenbrier, Greenwood, Van Buren, Siloam. I can look. Hold on. I got the schedule pulled up.
Because it is different than football, so
It
that's
is.
what makes it.
It is. Siloam, Harrison, Van Buren, Russellville, Greenwood, Greenbrier, Alma. There you go.
There we go.
Yep. Who the basketball team plays tonight. Shouldn't have forgot them.
So their conference pretty much matches the basketball conference at that point.
Yes, all of baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball, soccer. We're all in the same 5A West Conference.
Okay.
Football's the only one that's different.
In the redheaded stepchild.
Correct.
There you go. It's kind of different. It's really different. Now, does the junior high have a conference to play in?
Not this junior high softball team, no.
Okay.
No.
Who's coaching your junior high team?
Coach Hope House. She's the head coach. She does a good job. She's coached them for the past 3 years.
Okay.
But she does a really good job with them.
How's her numbers look this year?
Really good. All those 8th graders that we talked about are back. So there's 9 of them, 8 or 9 of them, and then there's 4 8th graders this year that play. So she's got pretty good numbers.
How much involvement do you have in your feeder leagues or feeder teams, like down in the youth level, say from 10 and under up? Do you have any involvement with that?
Not really, no.
Have any idea what their numbers look like for playing through the youth center this year?
I do not.
I know the Mountain Home Diamonds team that plays. I know you have some interaction with David and his bunch. That seems to be a good program that feeds the junior high and the high school.
Yeah, a lot of those girls play on our team, and they do a good job. David does a good job with them in the summers. I know they're getting good instruction. They're getting to play some quality competition when they go play with him. So it's nice to have them around.
That's a good thing. Tonight, again, it starts at 4:30, just off of West Road. They're at Freedom Field. It's going to be a good night for softball. It's going to be a little bit chilly and probably a little bit windy.
Yep.
but not as bad as the snow blowing in your face.
Right, right. But we're used to it.
We've had that happen before.
We have. We're used to it, though. We know that early in the year we're gonna have nights like this where we got to go out and play. So
there you go, Coach. We appreciate you taking the time to join us this morning. We wish the best of luck to you and the Lady Bombers as they start their softball season for 2023, and hopefully I can get over there before too long and be back in the box for you.
Hope so. Hope so.
Thank you much. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll see you Monday.